What's up guys, welcome to the artclasses.com. Today we are going to talk about how to improve your drawing within 5 steps. I believe everything can be improved. Like say if you start running today, you might make it like a mile, and then as time progresses you should be able to do like 10 miles or 20 miles and so on until you get to the point where you're satisfied. And then in drawing, sometimes if you go drawing for years and years, and if you're not improving, that's mean something is not right. You have to find a way to improve how you could draw or paint or something like that. But if you're happy where you are, by all means, you don't have to follow this step. But all these 5 steps are like all this essential stuff that will definitely improve your quality of your drawing and the quality of your art, basically. And within 6 months, you can, if you follow this step, you will see the improvement for sure. If not, come back to my video and curse at me. But you have to do this regularly, and you have to really take it seriously so that you can improve. And you have to be basically the worst critique for your art. All right, first, just draw whatever you do on every day. Just draw something at least 10 to 20 30 minutes at least. If you can make it a couple hours, it would be good. If you're busy, then you can just use a couple minutes. It's fine, because all the great artists, Frank Frazetta, draw every day. He draws when he was young, then he draw when he was old. So it takes every day. And if you really want to take it seriously, you have to be able to do it longer than a few hours if you want to go to the professional level, because you're going to be doing that for at least 8 hours a day. So Frank was one of my most favorite artists, or big influence on my drawing. Then Picasso, he draws since he was a kid. No, that wasn't Picasso, I'm just kidding. This is Picasso. So he draw and draw and draw every day. And draw in your pajamas if you want to, or your boxers. Alphonse Mucha, one of my other favorite artists, he draw when he was young. As time goes by, then he just keep drawing. So the point is, draw all the time, every day, if you get the chance to draw. And this is another one of my favorite artists, Zhao Mingwu. So he just draw and draw. So yeah, my point is just keep drawing and you will get better. But don't just keep drawing and for the sake of just drawing, or at least if you're not in the mood, just for the sake of keep your hand moving and get your muscle memory in is good. But at least you have to have some purpose, like giving yourself topics for the week, or giving yourself something to work on for the month. Like, okay, this month I'm going to work on shoulder, arm, torso, head, or this we're going to work on props, perspective, or all kind of things. Just give yourself a topic, or come join my Facebook group that I will give you a weekly topic. Click on the link below, you'll find my Facebook group. And then if you don't have anything, or run out of idea, don't know what to draw, join some art group, and you will eventually keep going every day, and you see something that inspired you to get yourself going when you see some good art. And that should help, because that's always been helping me. Like when I feel lazy or something, I would just go online and I'll be like, whoa, holy shit. I mean, you see some good art and you'll be like, man, everybody's working, so I guess you have to too. Step 2, live drawing. This is very essential. Especially, I usually go live drawing regularly, at least once a week, unless I'm really busy. I'll try to make it at least once a month if I'm super busy. But I will try to kind of go at least once a week, and try to do that if you're not too busy, or if you have free time, just go and make it a schedule. Kind of like if you make it a habit, so it will be like brushing your teeth, and you kind of automatically wake up and just go to the session. So live drawing is good because you can open a book and study anatomy and all those kind of stuff, but it's not really going to help you in terms of seeing the muscle in real life and how to make the movement. And in live drawing, you have like a short pose, long pose, and the short pose is what you're going to benefit from the most, because it's it's gonna time you like 1 minute to 3 minutes. I think those are really useful, especially if you're a beginner, because you're gonna force yourself to think about what you put down, and if what you put down gonna have to be first economic, save some time, and get a better precision, because you don't have enough time to keep chicken scratch. You know, a lot of people do the chicken scratch thing when they first start drawing, like so do I. Everyone's guilty of that. Then when you go to live drawing, you will see, you know, some people who are really good at it, and you will, you know, starting to know, okay, you're supposed to use your whole arc of your arm, use your elbow, and then if it's really small, then you can use your wrist, but it's better to use your whole arm so you get a more smoother line and more beautiful arc of curve. And then when you see the people in real life that they are posing for you, you know when they move how the torso and pelvis are the opposite twist. Then you notice the spine line and how you notice the S curve and the C curve will come naturally. You're going to see contrapposto. Not only that, you will notice, when your drawing will definitely get better in terms of when you make your own pose standing, because you're going to notice you will never see the people standing 50-50 on 2 feet. It's going to be either 70-30 or something around that weight distribution on your foot. And not only your grounded drawing will get more grounded and look a lot more real, you see how the foot really curve, and you learn how to draw stuff in perspective from real life. And you also look at the muscle in a different way, because you can see muscle contract and expand, like, you know, when you curving the model curving, doing some pose and contracting his bicep, extending his tricep, or when you do a straight arm. And when you look at the legs are not really straight. You're standing straight, you notice the leg, you look at profile, the knees kind of bent in a little, and then it has like a little ball shape that poking out. There will be a lot of things that you notice. You notice the deltoid and the muscle, how it works. The pectoral have different shape. Breasts from women, they have different shape and size. How the hip work, and how different body and anatomy type. Different body type will have a different, similar, like the same muscle structure, but different in terms of proportional and all kind of, you get all kind of variety to inspire you to create a certain kind of character. And especially if you get a really good model that they can inspire you by doing a lot of good gesture posting, then you could like get cute. Like some people have like really long dreadlock, and you'd be like, oh, that's kind of like Tarzan, then you feel like drawing Tarzan. But the point is, if you go to live drawing, then you don't have to think about anything except focusing on drawing and focusing on getting better. You don't have to be super creative at that point. You're just focusing on getting really good at putting a line on the paper. Or there's a different type that you can do when you're doing live drawing. You can go there, you have to pick the session. Some session has good gesture, then you go there for the gesture, and some session has good lighting, so you go there to study lighting. So you have to search around Google for your area, like just Google on your city and open live drawing session. You'll find them and try a few of them, and a lot of them will have different setup, and you will have a different feel when you go to it. And sometimes don't do the long pose. If you haven't been drawing for a long time, and long I mean like at least 5 years of live drawing, or a few years at least, just focus on short pose, trying to get better at it. And then once you can be really comfortable in 1 minute gesture drawing, then you can hone in on the longer pose and focus on other things like a more shadow and light and anatomy on that. Because if you just a beginner and you go sit down in a long pose, you will not benefit it. You will just sit down there and take the whole time just drawing just the line drawn for the whole figure, and not even doing rendering or anything. And also, look at some of the master stuff, how John Singer Sargent draw life drawing, how Frank Posada draw stuff from life, how, maybe your comic book guy like Adam Hughes, he always has model when he doing his cover and all those kind of stuff. And, look at some of those stuff and maybe put those images on your phone. And when you go to live drawing, you kind of look at how they do their line, or how try to reverse engineer it and try to maybe copy it or try to do whatever your favorite artist is doing. All right, so this is number 2. Very, very useful and very, very important that you will have to do this, and you will get better definitely. You go to live drawing a few months, you're not getting better, come back to this video, post on the comment, say, Z, you're such an asshole, you lied to me. No, I'm not lying. This is gonna help you become a better drawer. So next, the third one is perspective. Learn how to do perspective, because it is really, really important that you know this thing, because when you're drawing objects, props, or anything that involve with geometry, you will have to make it look convincingly real. So either 1 point perspective, 2 point, or anything that involve with perspective. So that's 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point. Mostly we're going to use just 1 point and 2 point. And the 3 point we use for dramatic shot. It's not really that, I mean, it's important, but you're not going to use it that much. So get really good at 1 point, you'll be okay. And then start to learn how to make 2 point and 3 point perspective. And you have to kind of know how the geometry form works. You can start with like a little object and study the perspective from, try to draw it in 2 point and 1 point. And starting from, I got all this from Pinterest. So you can learn perspective from everywhere. You can go to my website, download some stuff, go to my blog on 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective, or you can just search on Pinterest, or DeviantArt also have a lot of good stuff, but Pinterest is probably where I would go if I want to find like simple stuff and to start you off with. And then you can download video from any resource that have a good professional video that download, and you can go to my website for the unprofessional one, but you will learn a lot from it. So perspective is really important. Don't avoid it, because you will not get away with it for long, and it will be really useful if you have to really know what's when you're trying to make a scene or a environment. Everything that you do involve perspective. All right, next is master study. So master study is really useful, and the reason we do it is because you don't want to reinvent the wheel, because instead of studying from photograph, you probably better off studying a painting from master painter like Sargent, or you can study a sketch from any master that are your favorite. It's kind of like, when you're a comic book artist or something, you start with comic. Then I used to copy like Jim Lee a lot, and a lot of like maybe Joe Mad or something. And that's how you learn. It's learn how to kind of draw, because you don't really know how to translate reality into onto a 2D surface. So you just looking at those things and it's inspired you. So you kind of like trying to do the line like whatever he does. And then later on, I'll just, try to copy Alf von Muka and learn his line and all those kind of stuff until I got into painting. Then I, try to learn from Sargent, because why try to figure out yourself when somebody already figured out for you? So like, for instance, in here on the fabric, you can look at the stroke and you learn a lot from doing, I think this involved it. You can learn a lot from how the light act with the fabric, and then you can just look at it and you're like, oh, okay, so that's how he solved that problem. But if you look at a photograph, you look at it and you'll be like, how do I solve that problem? It's like an easier puzzle, or like if you look at all this gold thread and trim, how he deal with this, and you kind of look at it and you kind of like, okay, so that's how he make that work, by putting a little splat of dots here, and then the rest of them are just kind of subtly put in there. And then the hair, you don't have to do much, just there, except the edges. That's where he solved the problem. It looked like hair, even though it's just one flat color. And then on the hair here also, see what I mean? And then the silk or the fabric, it just look amazing. And how the master does the hair, it's also important, that the fabric and the skin and the way he put the light and shadow on it. So don't reinvent the wheel or trying to, take a look at the photograph, because you're probably gonna depict the bad or bad reference gonna make your art bad because you don't know how to pick them. And then another one is Zorn. So kind of like same thing, a lot of thick brush stroke, a certain, figure out shape, clean edges, and then rim light, and then you see how he put the light and shadow onto the certain area. So yeah, it is one of the fast way to learn how to make, like when you paint metal here, so you notice like the dark right next to the highlight, and then you have a little bit of rim light, and then you look at the paper, you have like occlusion shadow, how he deal with it, and then this kind of gradient or transition from that shadow onto there to the light, and then the edge of the paper, and then how he paint a figure in the shadow or the shade, and then you have like a little light that coming through the foliage or something like that. So learning from the master is one of the really good way. And if you just start out drawing, you can Google search anybody or look at Pinterest, and you will just find a bunch of good like sketch. You can learn from sketch, you can learn from painting, and you can just look at how, sometimes you look at sketch of the certain master, you see how he deal with shadow and how he deal with transition in the shadow. So and this one is a Craig Mullen sketch, and so you can see like how the line work, thick and kind of thin on the light side and thick on the shadow side, and how he dealt with the shadow, and then if this side belongs to the shadow side, and then how core shadows come in. So you learn a lot more by just looking at these drawing and try to read it or trying to understand it of how the artist is thinking. So that is one of the really good way to make your study. So you should like make one day a week or a few times a month to kind of schedule yourself around it and just do the study of the master. So okay, last one is explore different tool. Try to use different kind of tool. If you get bored, you can use pen, pencil, all kinds of stuff, charcoal. You get bored, get Copic marker. Don't stick to just one. You can use your one as you kind of go to dude or go to general, go to tool for your pencil or something. I used to use pencil a lot until I draw less, and I figured, well, it's just a lot faster for me to just scribble and just paint over the scribble if I'm doing a concept art, just trying to finish it. But if I have a lot of free time or doing stuff for fun or just doing on my own stuff, then I would go pencil or a graphite stick. Also get yourself familiar with the new tool of the 21st century. It's been around before 21st century. Actually, we've been using Wacom. I've been using Wacom for over 10 years, basically, a Wacom tablet. So you have this Wacom Cintiq and set up your, I don't know, I found this on DeviantArt. I thought it's really cool. So and some people just have Intro, which is what I use. And I use both Cintiq. I have Cintiq at work, and then I have Intro at home. I tried Cintiq. It's not that, it doesn't make that much difference to me, really. In the beginning, you might not used to having a tablet on the side of your monitor, but then after a while you get used to it. So I don't know whose image these are, but they are really cool. So anyways, I hope that this video helped you somehow. So thank you for watching, and by all means, this 5-step is not the only way that you will improve, but I think from a few hundred years that I've been doing art, this 5-step, that's what I go back to the most, and they are basically the most foundation thing. Life drawing is basically anatomy, perspective. You use them no matter if you draw or paint or do concept art. You perspective everywhere. Even when you look around, you look at things in terms of perspective, then it will kind of help, like, okay, how the different angle going a different way, and it will help you with figure too, like foreshortening and all that stuff. Master study is very good, and tool exploration is just kind of making you're familiar with all kinds of tools that you use. And as we come to the next age, like back in the day, they have different tools and they can do with whatever they have back in the day. Nowadays, we have better tools, which is allow us to make things faster and not necessarily become making it better, but it's a lot more convenient than using oil and all those kind of stuff. And it's probably is more environmental friendly because now we have more population. So digital is one of the way to go, and I like it because it's easier for me to record stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I'm trying to do a Sunday art tip. So this is one of them. Last week I just posted what kind of pencil to draw. I think that's an interesting topic because this topic I got from the people that come and post on my blog. So feel free to visit my blog, and then if you're interested in getting better at painting, then you can come join my class. Go to the artclasses.com, click on classes, then you'll find whatever class that I have to offer, and then you can download a premium tutorial, which is a couple hours long, and they are pretty useful, I heard. Nobody ever complained yet. And yeah, sorry. Happy Chinese New Year's. I know it's a week late, but to those of you who celebrated, I eat some duck, so that's good. All right, guys, post some comment down below. What do you want to know about? Maybe, next topic. I'm thinking about posting how to make a transition, if you're a good drawer, how to make a transition from drawing to painting, because those are interesting topics. But I'm trying to find a good way to translate that into the easier way for people to understand. All right, I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and have a great day. Bye bye. Feel free to share this video. I like it very much if you share it on Facebook or anywhere that you want to share it with. And don't forget to click like. Have a great day. Bye bye. And for those of you who kind of like don't know what to draw on a daily basis, or need some inspiration or something, or need some group with the people like-minded that sketches every day, you can come to the Facebook group, Weekly Scribble. I just started this like 12 hours ago. It's open to everyone. Just kind of click to join, and I'll have a topic every week. This week topic is elf, and it's due on 17th. I just started this like 15 hours ago. I decided to go to Facebook because the group activity on Facebook is far superior than Google Plus. Sorry, I tried that and I bet on the losing side before. This one, hopefully it will go for a longer time, and feel free to join us. So there's already some good stuff going on here after, I don't know, 8 hours or 12 hours I just started this. All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later, or I'll talk to you guys here or on a video on YouTube. Either way, everywhere is fine, or even on Twitter. All right.